This is Anti-Darwin, and today I'm going to do a WOD on request from a famous player, Fordell, and this game took place on Infinity Isle. The match is between Fordell and Crackbrain. Both these players are hailing from Germany, and I'm going to discuss this match in detail. Let's start the match. Fordell is orange, allies, and Crackbrain is Soviets, yellow color. Fordell is on west side of the map, and Crackbrain is on east side of the map, and the map name is Infinity Isle. Usually on this map, the middle is the most important part of the map, and both players you will see will fight for this middle ridge on the map, Infinity Isle. Let's start the match. Crackbrain, yellow Soviets. Let's see what's his build order. Not fast power plant, and this means no fast war factory build order. He's going for a barracks. And let's see, another barracks. Double barracks start. This is an aggressive start from the Soviet player. And he is going to spam conscripts as expected. He's going to spam a lot of conscripts, and before he does that, he's gonna make sure he captures that oil derrick, and he's wave pointed them usually to this position of the map, and he's going to main base of Fordell. Let's see what Fordell has done. Fordell build order is power plant first and airfield fast airfield build order. He has taken advanced aeronautics, and he has made a vindicator first on. He's making a second refinery, and he's spamming vindicators, and he's going to try to one bomb Michael these conscripts. And in the meanwhile, we see Crackbrain is making another power plant, and he's not decided to go for a super reactor or a war factory. This looks interesting, and he's unpacking his MCV, going for that C refinery, and it looks like he's going for that third refinery. This is a dangerous move from Crackbrain because the Allies player can do riptides, spam riptides, and then make cryocopters combinations and devastate Crackbrain. But I think Crackbrain is doing a good job at continuously spamming conscripts and coming wave pointing them to this point of the map, and he is attacking the MCV with the cocktail Molotov cocktails, and he is attacking it while Fordell is continuously one bomb microing his vindicators, and he still has intact all the vindicators, and he's taking out all these conscripts. Both players are on 3 refineries, while Crackbrain is going for coming to this position over here, and he's going to place his MCV. He has a decision to make, either to go 4th refinery straight away or a war factory. He is making a barracks, and he wants to continue with this pressuring of conscripts, while Fordell has made a barracks of his own, and he's going to capture this oil derrick. And the conscripts are attacking the MCV consistently, and they have lowered the health below 50% mark. This is great pressuring from Crackbrain under the circumstances, but I have to admit, Fordell has deliberately not opted to make war factory or docks to make riptides in order to counter these conscripts, and he's going to use the engineer to heal his MCV. Now Crackbrain has made sold the barracks, made refinery, fourth refinery, and going super reactor. So basically, still he has only got 2 barracks and is on 4 refineries and is consistently attacking and pressing hard with those conscripts, while Fordell is consistently killing those conscripts with 1 bomb micro and also using his MCV in order to fend off these menacing conscripts, which are so cheap and spammable. The only unit that is so important, in one of the most important units versus allies when a Soviet player is playing, and Fordell has made a second barracks, and he has opted for a lot of dogs. These are 10 to 12, 15 dogs, and the conscripts are still rolling in from Crackman, and these dogs will take care of it. So Fordell has successfully countered these conscripts with whatever way he can, and he is moving towards main base in the middle of the ridge of Infinity Isle, because he has realized that Crackbrain is on 4 refineries, tier 2, and he has a war factory. He has a lot of bullfrogs and is covered from any sort of aerial attacks. So he has to put some pressure on him in order to peg him back from this production and superior technological superiority from Crackbrain. Fordell is spamming javelin soldiers. He has got 8 javelin soldiers, and now you see a multi-gunner turret near that watchtower in the middle of the map, while these Vindicators are consistently bombarding this collector. It has taken out most of the life of this collector, and most probably it will make sure that this collector isn't collecting at its full as it would with its full health bar on. And in the meanwhile, Fordell has gone to tier 2 as well as made a war factory. Seems to be a very balanced match at the moment, because both players are just fine, and somehow Crackbrain has managed to protect his collector from being destroyed using the secondary ability of the ore collector, and he will make a crusher crane now in order to heal back the health of this collector. So most probably both players are equal in economy in a way. They both have equal economy. In fact, I would say that Crackbrain is on 4 refineries, hence having economic advantage, and he has made the crusher crane in order to heal this ore collector. He has made a flat cannon near this refinery in order to fend off these bombardments of Vindicator. Yet he has not opted to make an airfield, and Fordell has destroyed the crusher crane with 4 Vindicators. This is aggressive play from Fordell, and he has positioned his units, his tanks and everything in such a great way that Crackbrain, even with so many tanks of his, cannot think of coming and steamrolling this area and dominate this area in order to crush the defenses of Fordell and finish him off. He is making another multi-gunner turret, and he's settling down Fordell. He has made a 4th refinery, so now Fordell finally has made is on equal terms in terms of economy. And with these Vindicators bombarding the ore collectors on this side, it's taken out the AA gun near this refinery. And Fordell is not going for airfield. He's not going tired. Yes, he's just made an airfield, which is a smart move, because Fordell doesn't have 2 airfields. So he has made two MiG fighters, Crackbrain, and is going to spam some twin blades. And this is smart play from Crackbrain. He has just fended off these bombardments of Fordell, but luckily for Fordell, he has managed to protect his Vindicators and hasn't lost any Vindicator while doing that bombing run. And now let's see what happens. Fordell has made a twin blade. Finally, he has made a twin blade, and he has stopped production of the airfield. And let's see what's happening in the middle of the map. Crackbrain is using secondary ability of the hammer tank, the leech beam, in order to attack these multi-gunner turrets. In the same time, Fordell has realized that in order to counter these artillery ability, tier 2 artillery ability of the hammer tanks, he needs artillery as well, and hence he has made Athena cannons, and he has gone to tier 3 in order to achieve this technology, and he has fended off these hammer tanks, but one of the hammer tanks has got leech beamed and got a secondary weapon of the Athena tank, and this is looking dangerous for Fordell. Fordell has realized this, that now is the time to attack a little bit and show some aggression, because he cannot let Crackbrain dictate any terms to him in this game. Crackbrain, on the other hand, has gone to tier 3 as well, realizing the power of the Athena cannons, and has made a dog score using his MCV's base crawling ability, and has made a dog score on the seaside, and he's going to go for a 5th refinery, while Fordell has amassed an army with good defenses and base positioning, and he has 3 Athena cannons, 5 Guardian tanks, and a lot of these IFVs and foot soldiers, javelin soldiers. He is pressuring and moving forward with these multi-gunner turrets and pressurizing Crackbrain. Crackbrain reply to these attacks is that he has made Apocalypse tank, but the Apocalypse tanks is gonna be overwhelmed by these multi-gunner turrets. And let's take a look on what choice of protocols both players are using. This is a magnetic satellite used by Crackbrain. These are tactics not well renowned by most Soviet players. Either they go for toxic desolator airstrikes, or either they go for the orbital drop tires in the protocol department. But Crackbrain has gone for the other protocols, and Crackbrain has made a Natasha. He has made some V4 rocket launchers, and his sea expansion has been somewhat destroyed while I was busy trying to commentate on this part of the map. Crackbrain is coming with Kirov airships, and luckily for Fordell, he has a lot of anti-air in order to overwhelm this attack of Crackbrain. And he has destroyed one Kirov and is going to destroy another one, while Fordell didn't get that much damage from this attack. And let's see what's happening. Crackbrain is reluctant to go for that 5th refinery, and he has a decent amount of Tier 3 units with him, the V4 rocket launchers, as well as Natasha, but the health of Natasha isn't that much. What I don't understand in this game is that Crackbrain isn't harassing the sea refinery up, even though Fordell doesn't have a second airfield with him. He doesn't have Apollo jet fighters, so why not attack the sea expansion? And this seems to be a very strange ploy from Crackbrain. Also, up till this point, Fordell hasn't went for riptides in order to destroy the sea expansion of Crackbrain, and finally, Fordell has done a strange move. He has made a second MCV in order to do MCV push from this side of the map. This is the most strangest tactic I have ever seen employed in RedAlert 3. And this Natasha is going to has sniped the MCV of Fordell. He was just having some fun over there with MCV pushing, and Fordell is not using aggressive stance on this multi-gunner turret so that it can automatically attack this refinery. Maybe he's not giving that much attention. Crackbrain has captured MCV of Fordell, and this is looking very bad for Fordell. Fordell has realized the situation and he has put aggressive stance on multi-gunner turret. This means that Crackbrain is gonna lose the sea expansion, and Fordell is on 5 refineries while Crackbrain is going for the 4th refinery in the seaside in which he has base crawled, and he's using magnetic satellite Tier 2 in order to fly these units up to space, but Fordell has managed to keep his units alive. Basically, this is a interesting choice of protocol used by Crackbrain, because the spacing for the Allies player is not that much. This is a very tightened spacing for the Allies player, and keep in mind that Allies also has later on will have the ability to do prior shots on a magnanimous scale, so he will have options of his own protocols. And now Crackbrain is pushing with the Tier 3 army. Fordell has managed to use his Athena cannons really well and has destroyed most of the Apocalypse tanks. Crackbrain is on 4 refineries while Fordell is on 5 refineries, and it's not looking good for Crackbrain. Crackbrain has just made a dreadnought, and he's attacking this refinery from this side. He has managed to destroy the refinery, so both players are on equal refinery count at this moment somehow. And I think Crackbrain should also attack this refinery as well, seeing that Fordell is not making that much of Apollo fighter. He doesn't have any Apollo fighter, so why not use some key rolls or twin blades in order to attack this refinery? He even has a chance to make Akula subs in order to destroy these sea expansions of Fordell, but he isn't doing that, and he has just made an Akula sub. Just as I was criticizing this part of the play, but maybe both players are so indulged in this middle fight that they are not caring about other things. Just as we speak, Fordell attacked with sentry bombers and took out this refinery. So Crackbrain is on 3 refineries at the moment, while Fordell is on 4 refineries at the moment. So basically, Crackbrain is ahead in economy, and he has just destroyed a sentry bomber using his bullfrogs. This is a very strange game. I haven't seen game like this. I have to admit, I've seen many games, but I haven't seen a game like this. Maybe they are both of them are just training. This is a training game or something because you don't often see an MCV push with a second MCV by allies, and this is a really interesting game for me. Now Fordell is using the sentry bombers once again in order to destroy this expansion of Franklin, and he has managed to destroy the docks of Franklin, and he has managed to save his sentry bomber, but at the same time not concentrating on the middle has cost him his MCV. He is without an MCV. Crackbrain has lost his MCV all of a sudden, and he's using his Athena cannons in order to somehow protect his last structure, the Wharf armor facility, which is going to have give him an MCV, and these V4 rockets are attacking consistently. They have managed to destroy the Athena cannon, and the Vindicators have destroyed one of those V4 rocket launchers. Crackbrain is spamming Riptides and has just lost an Athena cannon in front of the War Factory. Really strange game, I must admit, but it's really quite entertaining in a way. The, the V4 rocket is attacking, and he's using Natasha, so the Riptides have killed Natasha successfully, and but the Natasha has taken out this Athena cannon and has Fordell has just lost his war factory. He doesn't have docks, he doesn't have another war factory or an MCV, so basically he's depending on 3 airfields and on a lone boot camp. He has just got this Athena cannon left, so this is looking dangerous for Fordell at the moment. And let's see what happens. He has used the sentry bombers, 5 of them in fact, in order to finish off the Allies MCV, which earlier on in the match Fordell captured stole using Natasha, and he's destroyed the battle lab of Soviets. So this is really somehow Crackbrain, while he captured the MCV, he made a couple of air bases, and he somehow has made a lot of Apollo jet fighters. Crackbrain is using the magnetic satellite in order to get rid of those planes, and Fordell has just lost the barracks which he was using to pump those infantry units. While Crackbrain has responded with making a lot of bears, and he's going to fend off every aerial attack using those Apollo fighters. This game is sealed at the moment and is controlled by Crackbrain on all accounts. He will manage to fend off this attack most likely as well and destroy all these sentry bombers with these Apollo fighters, and this is exactly what's gonna happen. While Crackbrain has lost his fourth refinery, but he will destroy these expensive $2,000 sentry bombers to those Apollo fighters. And it looks as if this game is over all of a sudden, and Fordell has decided to give up. This match was a request from Fordell to me to do a WOD, and I think this is a really good game because at the start it was Fordell didn't decide to go with a quick cryocopter when Crackbrain was making a double barracks start and was spamming refineries, eco booming. He did a 4 refinery start, and Fordell, as experienced as he is, just decided not to go with cryocopters or go with IFVPK inside in order to fend that attack off. And then later, there was a point in the match when Fordell was in complete command, and he had 5 refineries somehow on Infinity Isle, which is an amazing thing in its own way, versus Soviets. And he went with the second MCV to main base of Crackbrain on the land side and managed to do some damage over there. But luckily for Crackbrain, uh, he killed the pilot of MCV using Natasha, and he captured that MCV. And then on, Fordell's aerial assaults were fended off by Crackbrain using Apollo fighters, a lot of Apollo fighters, and then sensibly, finally, Crackbrain showing sense of making those Akula subs and um, destroying sea expansions of Fordell, and also making dreadnoughts. Also in the middle, the match was controlled by those V4 rocket launchers, and somehow using that magnetic satellite, unsettling Fordell with those magnetic satellites, and because the spacing in this part of Infinity Isle on the ridge is very low, so the unit spacing was low, and they were cramped. The units were almost cramped and couldn't move about freely because of mass turrets placed by Fordell, and hence Crackbrain was using that time to disrupt the clean flow of Fordell's managing his units and placing his uh, place placement of his structures, defending structures. He used the V4 rockets and a combination of APOC tanks to finally destroy the MCV, and then also destroyed his war factory. And then in the end, it was all about the aerial assaults from Fordell, but Crackbrain by then made a lot of Apollo fighters using Fordell's allies MCV, which he stole earlier, and he destroyed all those sentry bombers, and in the end Fordell just gave up. I think this was a really entertaining game, but somehow I feel this match was just played for fun, and it was a training game, because some of the things that we saw here were really entertaining, but I don't think the players took this match quite seriously. Still, it was a really entertaining game, no doubt about that. I'm signing off, and I hope you enjoyed this game.